What's up YouTube? This is Ultimate Shield 340 back again with another Destiny 2 video. So in today's video, I am going to talk to you all about a few lessons I did learn while playing the game of Destiny 2, and then sort of share some of that information over to you as well, and to get your thoughts and opinions about that. In the meantime, feel free to enjoy this gamut gameplay in the background for your viewing pleasure. So a few things that I have learned while playing Destiny 2 is that, this new season, Season of the Deep, has come with some challenges, according to the Destiny 2 community. And some of the things that I've heard was about the fact that Bungie has now sort of increased the microtransactions for like certain staters, and there's a lot of different kinds of microtransactions that aren't really a lot of things that a lot of players want to sort of deal with Bungie when it comes to this kind of thing. One thing that I will say that personally, as a newer player, again, I have not been playing this game as long as many of you who have watched this video have been playing for. I will say this is that I was actually rather disappointed where, I bought the DLC for Lightfall, we'll say, but I come to find out I also had to buy a separate transaction to have access to the dungeon, which to me doesn't make any sense, because I feel as if once you buy the DLC, it should increase, like it should be, everything should be included with that, including the dungeon for the most recent expansion. So I'm not really sure what that's all about, but feel free to add your comments down below and let me know what you think about that. The next thing that I learned about is just I personally just a personal play style difference, right? Many of you who have been watching this channel know that I've been all about stasis for a very long time. I sort of did a deep dive of stasis for a little while and kind of gave you all my opinions about it. The TLDR is that essentially stasis is great, in my personal opinion, and this may be a hot take, but I still think that stasis does have some of the best fragments in the game, depending on what it gives you, what it does. Two of the ones that sort of come to my mind is the I can't remember what the name of it is, but it's the one where you basically get, if you're standing next to a frozen target, you are going to get increased resistance, which is added on top of the 30% damage reduction you get from having your armor mods all the way up to your resilience, I should say, all the way up to number 10. Although I do have a personal beef with that particular fragment, because it's counterintuitive. You will shatter frozen targets, and when there's no targets that are frozen, you essentially lose the buff. So it is counterintuitive to itself. Even though it sucks, I still think it's still a pretty good fragment in a lot of different cases, especially upper level ones. The other thing about it is that there is, I think it's called the Whisper of Hedrons. It actually gives you a lot of bonus stats. I think it's like mobility, recovery, resistance, and things. Those are fantastic. It's a giant stat boost all in one fragment. That's fantastic. I think that's still awesome. But ever since going through that whole stasis thing, I have branched out to new subclasses. I've even given this arc a chance, which I wasn't really interested in arc actually up until this season. And now that I'm playing it on my warlock, I think it's actually fantastic. But I can't help but to believe, I don't know if it's fantastic because it's the season, and arc is the season surge at this moment, or is this kind of always been this fun and I just been missing out on it? Again, if you have any comments down below, or thoughts or opinions about that, I would love to hear it down below, so feel free to add that in the comment section as well. The other thing I'm learning as well is to start to make content, and I have to sort of remake content oftentimes. So even whenever I am like going through, whatever daily I'm running through, I'll like record it, but then I will scrap it later on, because I think to myself, I say, well, let's just say if I'm doing my daily Crucible runs will say, I don't really have a topic of discussion to really talk to you all about. But I've decided that I need to stop getting myself out that mindset. I was talking to my fellow YouTuber by the name of Ronan Kazi. He did tell me that he was saying that, like, you don't necessarily have to have a topic per se to create a video, and I do believe that, and I do agree. It's just, at what point, do I, like, say, for instance, like, this is a prime example where you're seeing this Gambit play in the background, and there's not really, any, like, monumental gameplay thing that I need to talk about as far as Destiny 2 is concerned, but I still want to make out content. What can I do in that sense where, I could just, make something fun for you all for your viewing pleasure and your entertainment, but something I can also continue to make for my channel so that, I can continue to grow this channel, which is the eventual goal. I really haven't figured out what that is yet. I think for now, I think I might just put out the content for you to see, and I may not narrate it. Let me know how you guys feel about that. Do you like narrated? I'm gonna plan on narrating most of the content that you see me put out on my channel, but that may not always be the case, depending on what I got going on as far as, like, what if I have a specific topic to address or to talk to you all about. Yeah, just your thoughts about that as well. Other things I've learned as well is the fact that I've been trying to challenge myself as a player in the game, where I am trying to do new content. I am trying to challenge myself and do harder things. So Grandmaster content is one of the things that I've been trying more recently been trying to do as of recently. I'm also trying to masterwork a bunch of my armor sets and things like that. Now that they've also changed how the exotics work and how they drop, I think I might be trying to, min-max some of my stats where I get, multiple copies of the same exotic. And depending on what kind of build I'm trying to run, I might, be able to get lucky enough to get god rolls of, stat-wise, and then masterwork that to add to the thing as well. I am in that process right now. That's still a work in progress, but I did learn about that, just the ins and outs of those grandmasters, which you'll see in my channel, in my videos and stuff like that. So you'll get a chance to see all that as that happens. And yeah, that's kind of an evolution of things that I have learned for my own personal stuff at this time. I would be curious to know what you have all learned in your personal lives, or even about Destiny. Destiny lends itself very well to people like me, where I am always endlessly fascinated about what else I can learn about this game, because I don't really know what's happening, or I've not played this game for as long as many of you have, so it's always good for me to figure out what new things there is to learn.
Get ready to drop.
Alright, and if you've made it this far into the video, if you could like, share, subscribe, and share the video, that would really go a long way of helping me to grow the channel, and I do appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos up until this point. So a few upcoming things I wanted to discuss with you now that that's kind of all out of the way. As far as the content on the channel is concerned, again, I may have said this in a few of the videos that you've already watched before, and I'll say it again. Destiny 2 is at a point right now where, the story content is time gated. So, once since there's no power grind, it sort of leaves me in this predicament where, could I, once I completed the storyline mission for the week, unless there's a specific farm that I really want to do, or do some fishing or whatever, there's really not anything for me that I feel that is interesting enough to sort of, kind of record for your viewing pleasure, or no topic for me to talk about, or a combination of the two. So I think I'm going to maybe try and diversify, like, what I actually put on my channel as well. After I do my dailies, I'm going to try and maybe do more Division 2 content. One of the games that came out recently was called Final Fantasy 16. I did pick that up, so I am going to be doing a Let's Play of that for you to see. Now, here's the thing about the Let's Plays, right? I did a Let's Play of the Harry Potter on my channel, and I feel as if it wasn't particularly well received. Not that anybody was like rude or anything in the comments. Everybody's been great on YouTube so far, so I do appreciate that. But what I mean by that is that it didn't really get a whole lot of views. And maybe it's because it's the kind of game it is. You know, it's a very story focused game with bits of action. And I think maybe Final Fantasy 16 might lend itself a little bit better to maybe a Let's Play. Not to mention that I think more people in general are more interested in Final Fantasy. Maybe that's controversial, but or not controversial, but maybe that's arguable, where more people might be interested in Final Fantasy 16 than Harry Potter walkthrough. So take a look on my channel for that, for upcoming sessions of that, and let me know what you think. I'm still kind of learning how to utilize my channel, how to grow it, and all of those things. So if you have any words of advice to give me down below, I would really appreciate it. Also, you know, just in general, I hope that you all are enjoying Destiny 2. I still am enjoying this game very, very much. I am very much addicted to this game. But, you know, I got to figure out, you know, some other things to do while the story of the deep sort of unfolds for all of us in that. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got for right now. I am going to let the rest of the gameplay play out in the background for your viewing pleasure. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video up until this point. And yeah, this is Ultimate Shield 340 signing off, and I'll see you in Destiny 2. Peace.
Primeval compromised. Take it out. Opposing team has a Primeval. You've got to finish first. You gain the lead. Vader on the field. Careful. Primeval compromised. Take it out. Invaders out. You'll get them next time. You're in the lead. Take down that Primeval, and this gambit's yours. Allies invading the other side. Envoy's dead. Kill the Primeval. That Primeval's not long for this world. Burn it down. Take this gambit. Sometimes I forget you killed a god or two. Hey, try not to clear these gambit arenas so fast. It takes work to lure these guys all the way out here to fight you.